Tonight, please. And just do it when Paul's there, okay? Let him hear that. I don't want to hear it. I'm that too. Are we on yet? On yet. Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Doris. I can't hear you, so I wonder what that's all about. Let me look.
Yeah. Hello. Anybody there? Hi, Chuck.
Things wrong with you, I think.
Yeah.
Why can't I hear anyone?
Candy, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, Doris. I hear you.
That's a Chuck.
So it's Chuck. It's your thing. It's your thing.
You can hear us, Chuck? Nice. Good.
Chuck, where are you? Chuck.
You can't hear us.
Chuck. Talk, Chuck. Talk.
Chuck's having trouble hearing us.
Chuck.
Gotta fix this problem. Can you hear us, Chuck? Looks like a nice place he's at, though, man. Hey, Candy, how was your date? I was left because I never this girl guy what what?
Hello, hello. It is our intimate little group here. I'm not quite sure. Have I disappointed everyone else? What's going on? How's everybody? How's standing in? Yeah, I don't know where everyone went, but I guess they're not thinking it's a worthwhile hour anymore. I don't know.
Hi, Forbes.
Hi,
Hello
Forbes.
there. Hello there. There's my girls. So, Miss Candy Lynn, tell me about what's going on with you.
Oh my goodness. I finally did it on last Saturday. I went to meet
Yes?
with this guy who is, I think he's a little bit taller than I am. And so I challenged myself, and which was amazing. Like, it wasn't that scary. But the problem is this person, he's so quiet. I have to do most of talking. So I was like, oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? That, I have to make up like everything that is on my mind, like, bring all the topic. But I did it. So it was.
So, number one, congratulations. But so the question is,
What?
in terms of height, what did you guys talk about that you might have had in common? Or,
So I asked him about, have you ever, like, before meeting people with your height? And then he said, yes, he been on the group called the Little People Associate. And he said that like every year they will have a gathering in different states. So this year will be at San Francisco. So, and then they will like be like 1,000 or 100 people, like, same heights from different places. And then they all get together and meeting with each other and all that. And then he asked me to go this year, hi, Josh. And he asked me to go this year, but the problem is the time zone, because I have something to do around that time. So I'm kind of trying to figure out the schedule, because I really want to go. I'm kind of excited.
Well, I'll tell you why you'd want to go.
Yeah.
Because this guy was boring. Wasn't boring because of his height. He was just boring. Let me tell you how many guys we've gone through to find the right one.
And then
I went through three. Chuck was married and Mike was too young, and you're the only third guy I've ever dated my whole life.
So the problem, and then also I was asking, he told me that when he was born, like, before, his height was a little bit shorter, but he went on the surgery. So I think before he was like around 4'1", like around my sizes, but he grew a little bit because he went on the surgery.
So what's the problem?
And I was like, oh my God, that was so interesting.
Chuck, can you there's a lot of feedback on your.
And then I was like, he can hear us.
Chuck, can you hear me?
He can.
He can't hear me.
Can't hear anybody.
Well, but he needs to mute, because I'm going to text him because it's a problem.
Where is he?
I don't know.
He's flying home. He's in the Phoenix airport.
Ew.
Not sure why you can't hear.
Now he's mute. He's unmuted. He's muted.
Can't hear. He's not sure why he can't hear.
I know.
And then but I'm going to say, so how did it feel? I mean, it's so funny, because one of the things that you guys just have in common is a perspective on the world. That's the only thing you have in common, by the way.
Yes.
And then he just becomes a guy, and guys are kind of whatever anyway. But
I know. And then the thing that he was talking about is the sport, like, like he likes like the football and all that. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not a football fan, so I really have nothing to say. Like, you know.
So here's what you're gonna do is you're gonna go in a world where you can find guys that they're all the same height. That's fine, but now you find the one that you want. Now you get to be a little pickier. What is it you are looking for? So let's ask that question. What are you looking for?
People who are same common as I am, you know, at least same interest,
Right?
like movie or you know, like when you talk about football, I have no clue. I don't know.
Do me a favor. Go get no. This is your homework. Go get a book right now. Newspaper. Go.
Yeah.
By the way, you want to hear something ironic about football?
Yes.
I never watched football at all my entire life.
Me too.
I ended up marrying a man who went to Notre Dame, played offensive football, a very big guy. That was his whole life for a while. Still never liked football. Have a son who plays football. And it wasn't until I met Josh that all of a sudden I can tell you who was picked in the draft this last weekend. You know, something never interested me before, but all of a sudden it became interesting because I actually love him so much that I, you know, kind of found a liking for it. It's kind of funny. But what you want to write down now, I know, are the top 10 things that you are looking for. What are the things you're looking for? Doris, what were you looking for?
Somebody funny.
Funny? Great sense of humor.
Somebody has the same interest.
Well, but you have to list what those interests are. So in your case, Candy loves to go to the movies. Likes fitness. Doesn't have to be a bodybuilder, but it likes fitness. Likes to be active. Is entrepreneurial.
Yes.
Maybe somebody who's already got money and is very successful. Wouldn't that be nice?
Mm-hmm.
He owned his own business. You know? He has to have a good sense of humor, and he also has to appreciate who he is in the world.
Yes.
You know, I think when you start to talk to people your size, you're going to find a lot of people have a lot of different takes on that. Some love it, some hate it.
And then
Because it's a thing. It's like whenever you meet somebody, you know, it's like I'm Jewish. Whenever I meet Jews, we talk about stuff, you know? We talk. I was doing this the other day in the doctor's office. Just how Jews have a word for complaining. That's how much we do. We whine as a people. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Did you see how? That's how Jews talk to each other. It gets very annoying. I did not want to marry somebody Jewish, so I didn't.
And then, you know what's so interesting? That, oh my God, I was so happy. Like, so after the meeting with this guy, I post like a video on the social media on Facebook. And one of this guy friend that I've been like or love, like, you know, long, like been 2 years. But recently, like a couple of weeks ago or last month, there's something going on in between us. So we kind of stopped, you know, the relationship and all that. And somehow he texted me out of nowhere randomly, sent me a message like, I'm so jealous right now. I'm like, I was like, because he's like, oh, Maria, you're looking for a date, and then I'm so scared that you're going to leave me. And I was like, finally someone is really care about me, you know what I'm saying? I was like, are you sure? Are you drunk? And I was like, then in that moment I was like, oh my God, you know, I was like, at least you're thinking about me, you know? It's like not like before.
Candy, you're gonna fall in love with you. And the more that you are, and we see this on Facebook, it's really delightful to see.
Yeah.
You're gonna stop being quite so cynical about people.
Nope.
You know, we all have our thing, whatever it is. You know, Doris admitted in that video I just watched again, you know, being bullied at work or being put down by men. You don't want to carry a chip on your shoulder, I can tell you that. That gets old.
Yeah.
And so for you, have you been working on your voice?
I'm trying, but I'm trying.
So do a little different accent for us. Do something that's funny.
Do something. Do something that's funny. I'm not that talented.
No, not necessarily funny. Just you know.
Hello. Yes. How may I help you? Huh? Yeah. How was your day? Good. Okay. Have
Okay,
a
you
good
might
day.
have to move your mouth.
No, you don't have to move your mouth. You can talk like that if you want.
You are amazing.
People with no teeth, they talk like that. I did it.
Good. So, Doris, how are you doing up there?
Okay.
I need a bit more of an answer.
Working on trying to get our Shopify store up.
All right, sorry about that. Sorry, say it again.
Trying to get our Shopify store up.
Yeah, your hair looks nice. What'd you do to it?
Nothing.
Well, it looks different. Your energy looks different. Something changed. You're leaning forward. I like it.
She smiled a lot today.
She is smiling.
I know, and I like that.
So I need some information, Candy. What's going on with Jenny and Michael? Did they just?
I think they're away. They went down to Florida to visit Dolly over the weekend, and then I think they're still there. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. And Shirley, I was just texting her, and I said, "See you tonight," and then she didn't say anything about it. So I don't know what's going on with them.
It's not like they pay extra for this if they don't find the value.
I know, but I love being here. It's like I'm so excited every Wednesday night right now. It's like my mom think I'm weird. It's like that's not like you before. I was like, I just love being here.
No, I know it's different. It's about accountability. And it's a crazy thing because what people don't seem to understand is the wealth of, if you keep asking me questions. So for example, I made these up very last minute. I went to an event, I spoke, and I decided to create a 4-week training, and I charged $297 for it, and I got 13 people to say yes.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm going to continue to find a couple more people tonight. I used my texting system, and I actually got, from the stage, I got 394 people to give me their emails.
Awesome.
You want to know how to do these techniques. Trust me, it makes sense. So Doris, what you're working on, is it the best use of your time?
We're putting up together a Shopify. I'm also working with Jim Pa.
How's that going?
Good. We're actually starting a new opportunity.
Good. What are you doing?
Working with a company going against sex trafficking.
Very nice. Well, that is a good use. I think he does some really good work. All right. Actually, one of the things that, so Candy, do you have any funnels? Have you built anything? You know what that is?
No.
All right. Did you go and get ForbesFriends.com? Go to that link right now and make sure you get this book. It's free. But I think, and Doris, you have it. I know you do.
Yeah.
Have you found it helpful?
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those, Candy. There's a whole bunch of books that you need to read to be a competitive entrepreneur in this space. And one of them is this, to really understand how to get, and is Chuck back with us? How to get and understand the customer cycle.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So does it say that it's free there?
Let me see.
It's on your phone.
Oh, this one?
And yep.
Oh, this one?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's free. Just get the book and read it.
Okay.
Because you really want to know. Russell's got a bunch of books.
Yes.
I would read them all.
Okay.
They're not long. There's a lot of pictures. He's a very, very smart kid.
Yes.
And it's kind of like going to a college class. I highly recommend. I've read them all. I watched him sell $3 million from a stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back to try to figure out how he did it. And then he put a course out about it. And so it's interesting. It's always about how you're thinking. It's always about, so every time you get a Beachbody customer,
Yep.
thinking about how best to enroll them in all the things that you do.
Mm-hmm.
How do you upsell people? That's his big thing. Doris, do you think about that when you do your kind of work?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a different kind of mindset, Candy, and it's really worthwhile.
Okay. Awesome.
Because they don't teach you that in network marketing. They teach you just to sell their product or do their system. How many people do you have in Beachbody?
How many people in my group or in
your group?
2.
Okay. How do you go get a third one?
Good question. Go talk to them. Go talk to people that they really need.
Well, I think you need to determine your pitch. So what is your pitch?
My pitch, since summer is here, let's stay fit and be healthy.
Okay, so let me stop your pitch.
Okay.
You can't stay fit if you're not already fit. And most people hate the word fit. Try again.
Um,
What do you love about Beachbody?
give me the energy and power.
Okay, so does that have anything to do with fitness?
Yeah.
Not really. Yeah, no. Doris, I don't. When you look at Doris, I don't know if she wants to get fit as much as she might want to have some more power. Doris, what do you feel about that?
Yeah. More power, yeah. More energy.
It's a little bit of a myth for her, and I'm just looking at her. Yeah, everybody wants more energy, and to be a little bit more powerful, which has nothing to do with fitness. I would stay away from that word, unless you're going after somebody who's already fit. They hate that word. Nobody wants to work out. They don't like the word work. So can it be fun? Can it be community? Can it be different words?
Then
They do. They
Yes.
do.
here's Jose.
Hi, Jose. Where are you now, Mr. Global Traveler?
Did he get a haircut?
Haircut?
Where are you?
Texas, back in Texas.
Nice. All right. So Candy's had her first date with somebody her size, and turns
No,
out
it's not a date. It's not a date. It's just a meeting. It's not a date.
I
a
seen the
date
video.
by definition does not have to end in sex or alcohol.
One
At the
second.
point, you made him leave.
No, I didn't. I went to close the door. I seen the video. Sound like a date. I'm joking.
It's not a date. It's just a meeting with a guy. And then
So when does it become a date?
I don't know. And then the problem is, I'll be honest with you. Okay, this person is younger than me, and then I really have trouble or issue who's the other person who's younger than me. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a problem with people who are younger. I have a problem with people who are younger than
I
me.
know, but Josh, I don't mind. Josh, I don't mind.
We never dated. He just moved in,
I
right?
just moved in.
Yes. How many times this weekend did people call you my son?
It did end up in sex the first night.
All right, really? Okay, we need to leave now.
Just kidding.
Just kidding, right? Candy's like every shade of red. Jose's going, I knew it, I told you. And Doris like, yeah, you go, girl. All right, children, stop it. She's just, all right. So, Jose, what's new with you? What's going on?
With me, just finishing up some projects. I'm going to be creating a new Facebook group that I would actually like to reach out to some of you guys for help on. I'm going to be interviewing awesome celebrities and people as yourselves to bring value for my affiliate marketing side of stuff.
Good.
If my strategy pretty much is, if you sign up under a link under me, I will add you to my group where I have interviewed a lot of great people with their strategies, different stuff, to bring extra value to them for being under me.
All right, so maybe you can give a little strategy coaching here. So I, with the help of some people, have started to bring one of my groups to life. What is the strategy behind Facebook groups? Do people like to be there? Do they want to interact? What do you think the whole group thing is about?
The group depends on how you create it. You could create it as exclusivity. They're part of a great group where you share a lot of value, or one where they could get updates depending on how often you're going to plan on posting in there, where they would always look to for answers. For you, based off of your pitch or your stuff, you want them, it's a go-to place where I could always get an extra advice on this, and you have people in your community help answer that, so you don't have to take all the time for you doing it too.
Got it.
So that's I've seen them do it different ways, but basically you have to come up with what's your objective of the group.
Right. All right, so I decided to teach a 4-week live Zoom class. I want a little input on how Iman structured his class. What was the most important thing you found when he did his class?
As far as the whole class on teaching this really is enrolling people. He used his course to enroll and then as his tripwire.
But did it feel like he was giving you value in the course itself?
Yes, 100%. You have to give complete value, but it's part of your bigger picture. You just remember your 4-week class is part of your, so you could upsell them to your $50,000 coaching. So what he did that was different on it, when you went to, he gifted us this $2,000 class, 8-week class. He has a schedule set up for 6 or 8 weeks, so you could be able to take a month off of vacation every year.
Right.
As you teach it 3 times. But So he gifted us his $2,000 course, but you only gift it when it's a qualified lead, which is somebody who spends more than $500 on themselves because they're willing to invest good money.
Okay. So I kind of took some of that to heart, and this event that I just did where I was not invited to sell, but could just kind of lightly pitch something. I came up with a 4-week, and I did it very last minute, a 4-week live Zoom training to master your pitch, nail your networking, secrets to it. You know what I teach?
Yeah.
And I think I teach it pretty well. And I sold it for a very reasonable amount of $297, so people were not freaked out about it. So nobody felt like I was trying to sell them anything. Because for me, that's a night in a hotel room for most people, or two. But I was curious what Iman did in the structure because you seem to really like it.
Yes, because his whole thing was from the very top was beginning. It's kind of what he's known for. He's known as being generous and gifting everything everywhere.
Right.
And the whole thing behind it kind of works into his strategy. So the biggest idea that you need by the end of yours, what I see in you, you're going to need a structured step-by-step of your business mastery. An example, you have your business mastery. How can you explain to me all the value I'm going to get in your business mastery? The way everybody highlights, this is $997 value, this is all this extra stuff. You should set that up in a great way. So when they come to your $297 4-week course, they're like, wow, this was amazing. I really got a lot of value. What's next? You close the loop and you open the new one. Well, next is business mastery, where we actually apply this to your business and help it go into this next level. Now, if you really want to
did he close verbally? Did he close in a visual? How did he close? Josh, can you get the door for me, please?
His technique was brilliant because he didn't allow us to close, to buy. He did it all psychologically. So he prepared us all, showed us how great this, he had his coaches take each one of us out of the room.
Right.
And see what.
Oh, wait, that was at his live event.
That was at his live event.
But he pitched you in the 4-week that he gave you, the 6-week?
The 4-week, the only pitch we got was to come to his event. So like
And how much did you pay to go to his event?
The plane ticket. The ticket was free to show up.
Oh, got it. Okay.
But the VIP upgrade, which included the extra speakers, the food, that would be to go to the other one. The way you could do it is for them to come to your business mastery.
Right.
And then upsell them to your 6-month, year-long coaching or stuff like that. If you wanted to follow his strategy.
So Chuck, I wanted to say hi to your girl from Craigslist. Say hi. She came over. Hi. I had to warn her that like we're not serial killers. She's coming to a house that have kids in it. Because I've got all this work to do. The problem with me is every time I do this, I create unbelievable amounts of work for myself. And I now have somebody to help me because Chuck left today. I don't know where he's at. Oh my God, I have to have my brain fixed because apparently I don't hear very well. I'm getting older. I was going to ask you a question. My question is, and here I just want your advice, your thoughts on this. I'm thinking of not doing a 5-day Forbes Factor Live anymore. I'm thinking for some people, I know you may have been one of the last people, that 5 days is a big commitment for people. And even though I know how amazing it is and I love that time, I'm going to start to do, I think, 2 different weekends. One is a pitch mastery weekend, which is how I used to do it. And the other is a Forbes Factor 3-day, which is how we used to do it. So nothing's really, it would be different. Just you wouldn't get both of them in the same time. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. And having just said that out loud, I would love your feedback. So Jose, do you want to start?
I think that that would be brilliant, but some people just need the pitch mastery. Like if I could go into pitch mastery and actually ask you how to help me structure some pitches, it'll be phenomenal. But you need to have what's next. So at a pitch mastery, if you see them, a personal coaching way, you see them struggling with something and you say, I'd really like to offer you this Forbes Factor Live because I think it could help you clarify your message. Now, if they are already well structured, you feel that they're confident, they're great to go, then say personalize by having Chuck or someone pull them aside and say, you just mark them down. They need Forbes Factor, they need business mastery. Whatever you feel when you identify that, then he goes and he presents them. This would be the way we take your business to the next level. So everybody wants to know what's next after they're done with that. Is they get their clear now. Okay. You don't want it just to be a feel-good thing. You want to have a plan of action, and
so
do it for you.
And what's your value for pitch or business for the weekend? What do you think it should be priced at?
pitch mastery done with all focused on that. I know on this one you were kind of on both, but I think a good value on that would be about 1,500, basically around there, because well, no, maybe $2,000, because you always want to, they want to feel like they get a discount for the people you want to help, and I would bring it under 1,000, which would convince everybody to psychologically to go for it.
Also gives me some wiggle room for affiliates too.
Yes, and if you want to do that, then you could always offer to give extras or whatever, but it's priced high enough for the amount of value because you are the queen of pitch. So when I go to an event and you say, I'm gifting you my $2,000 pitch mastery where you could clarify your message and sell like no other, then I'll be like, wow, this is amazing. And you're gifting that to a qualified lead, or you're selling it to a general audience through a video sales letter, through whatever you want to do. But it's valued at high enough that you could play with all the numbers however you want. And anytime it's a 3-day event, that turns into gold basically, because what 3-day event is really, there's some cheap, but you want to have, I guess, what is your tripwire that you're currently using to get people? I think that's where you're struggling right now to get people to come to your events.
Yeah, I don't really, that is part of what I'm struggling at, because I've had such pretty strong ability to sell. So I'll do 3 or 4 events a year because the rooms are so small. I've only have to fill 30, 40 people that I've just had no tripwire, basically. You just come to this. And actually, I used to do them broken up, and it wasn't until 10X where I kind of gave away Forbes Factor for the price of everything, and we got a little confused. And then I love the idea of doing 5 days because people had massive transformation. But I'm now working my ass off, and I'm wondering that we don't have things to sell. And really, I don't know. It's a little frustrating because I want to give value.
What happened was you put it all together for 10X, and
Right.
you never separated it again.
Right.
And so you couldn't individually show the value. So when you ended up giving a discount, it was over the whole thing. And instead of saying, actually, these are 2 different events, I do offer once a year where I could combine them, an exclusive offer. And I can actually combine it if people want that. Then you see by poll and give it more value.
Well, that's an interesting idea. I also want to do them in different parts of the country. Candy, what's your personal take on this, just out of curiosity? Candy, can I hear you? Yes, we can. We kind of can hear you. Can you hear me? Candy, somehow you disconnected. Try plugging and unplugging yourself. No, we can't. I don't know what happened. And I know Chuck had to drop off. He's catching a plane to Washington. Candy, talk now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now you're fine.
Okay. So, me personally, I like the 5-day event instead of break it down. Because I think that I like to learn everything all in once instead going back and forth, because I will get lazy. I'll be like, oh, so there's something going on next week and I have to spend another weekend there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd rather do everything all in once. So everything is all in my mind. So I'm kind of like this type of learning stuff.
Oh, but I think it's interesting because there's only a certain amount of people that can take off midweek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of become the conversation that a lot of people want to do this, but they just can't get here for the entire 5 days. And it's actually 6 days because you have to get here the night before. And I don't think that anybody is really anticipating the fact that when I say it's a 5-day event, that you're there every minute. You're not going out because there's speakers and you're doing what you want to do. I try to explain to people this is a cruise ship. You get on the first night and you don't get off until the next morning. But nobody does this, so how would they know?
Okay, I had the same problem, same issue before I went to the event. I was talking to Sherry, it's like, you sure have to be there for 5 days, and then how long is it going to take? So what? Is she really have that many stuff to tell me in all those Fridays? And I was like, can I just go for 2 or 3 days? And she's like, no, you have to be there for exactly 5 days. And I was like, oh my God, 5 days is kind of a lot to me. But once I went there, once I went joined all the 5-day event, I was like, it's worth it. It's like, now I get it, why I have to be there for 5 days, and then I don't want to come back actually. I was like, can I stay for more? But I have,
Well, I would love to have you come back at any point because I would love to have you come and teach.
yes.
And so, Doris, what do you think?
I think I agree with splitting it up because, yeah, I agree. A lot of people have a hard time getting there, and especially for working.
Yeah, I mean, I would make it maybe an all day or most of the day on Friday. I don't know. I'm going to have to start playing with this and make sure I can get my information out in such a short time. And you know what really sucks, Jose, is that what I love about pitch going into Forbes Factor is I know that you come out the way I want you to. I've created a whole group of people. By the way, so actually, and one other thing I'm going to leave you guys with because I may have to jump up early tonight. I'm going to throw out an ethical question for you. If you saw an exercise in my class that you partook in, do you have the right to teach that exercise in a seminar that you are paid to do? For example, one of our students thought it was okay to teach lifeboat. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hi.
So, if I want to teach, I will also mention I learned it from you. So
well, it actually goes up one step further. Now I've had to put this in my contract. If you're going to teach my training, it's very presumptuous of you to think that you know, I've been certified in a lot of things. Just because you went through it doesn't necessarily mean that you know how to teach it or the things to look for. You only know it as a student. And it's very dangerous. Lifeboat, somewhere along the line in my teachings, it had nothing to do with lifeboat, but one of my students committed suicide. Okay? So we do some pretty intense work. So if you think that you can just go out, and it had nothing to do with me, but it doesn't matter. If you're not looking for certain things and trained in a certain way, Jose, what do you think?
I think that's a fine line in intellectual property because when you teach something, you have to really establish that in your contracts. And I would disclose a little bit more. The next things we teach, I know you guys are going to want to go teach this, but I really highly recommend because of these experiences, find some counseling or whatever. Offer yourself as counseling for that.
Well, I actually go, you know what, I'm going to give you guys the answer to this because the truth is you're not allowed to do that. When somebody's intellectual property is theirs.
Yeah.
You to go in and start taking quotes from somebody and do their stuff is very, very frowned upon. And it was one of my students who, I wouldn't put him past him, but it's one of the, it's a problem. Actually,
Yeah.
somebody occurs.
No, yeah, you can, well, here, how do I say? Yes, you're never supposed to use someone else's material, 100% on that.
Right.
You could say, I learned this from them, I did it this way, but you're running a real fine line there. In other words, everybody's going to have their own way of doing something and they want to share what they experienced. So you have to see where that distinguishes.
But it's pretty clear that there's an exercise in the proprietary. Doris, what do you think?
I don't think they should, because that could be, like you say, could be very dangerous.
Well, it could be. You'll all of a sudden assume that you're the teacher because you went through this and you know everything. And you're like, you really don't quite understand all this. That's why we certify people. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what's going on with everybody. Is it a bad night? Is it right after the holidays? I don't know. I was going to have McKenna, and actually, Jose, I love when you started to teach bots. I thought that was a very valuable class. I might have McKenna come back because we're building a whole thing for World Ventures, having just gone through that experience. And I'm sorry, I don't think you can ever have enough funnel classes. You agree on how the philosophy of this is? So I'm going to invite her next week to come and join us and teach this because I keep building them and some are good, some are not. And I think it's a genius class. I just want to have her record it. So that's what we're going to do next week. All right.
Okay.
And if anybody else is thinking anything they want to report, want to say, I've got a person waiting here. So you know what? We need to get cranking on all of these.
Question.
Yes.
I would like to be able to talk to you sometime over clarifying some pitch things or something for the bots. I have an unfinished bot that I was creating for you that I wanted to go through, but I think I would like to go through your process of pitch on that bot because it's actually for you.
I would love that. So when works for you?
It would have to be in an evening.
Okay.
One of the nights in the evening. What do you have on your calendar? Not except for this Monday. Sunday or Monday. I'm busy.
You want to do it Sunday, Monday?
No, I cannot do it Thursdays. I'm already.
Okay, so we can look at next Tuesday. Or we could look at next Wednesday before class here. Would be very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say 6 o'clock here would be great. And we'll give you the same Zoom number. All right, good. Let's do that. Candy, anything?
Yes, I have a question actually. I was asking Jose the other day, because last couple of days I post one of my video about the spin gym, and people was getting excited about it. And then I would say because it's from you, so they kind of get crazy and excited about it, and then they want to buy it. So how should I give them the website, or how should I go through it?
You know, we don't currently have an affiliate program. I think there's a gold thing on the table if you don't mind grabbing that. Yeah, I currently don't have an affiliate program. What I'm doing right now is I'm building out my entire brand ambassador program. It's challenging, as you know. And Candy, we'd love to talk to you too to see kind of the materials that you get from Beachbody, what they've given you on the kitchen counter. It's a gold, looks like a whatever. By the way, that was Joshua's my birthday present. He actually made little tiny silver spin gems for me. They're really beautiful. Not these, but it's really sweet. He went to a jeweler and had them made. He's like, she's going, oh my God, I don't know what this is. They're going to explode on me. So the best way is to go to shopforbesriley.com to buy a spin gem, and then just email me, Candy, that they're friend of yours, and I will. It's not a big commission because it only sells for $40, but I'll still take good care of you. I'll just do a coaching with you. It's worth a whole lot more than you could sell in 100 spin gems.
Thank you.
Jose, how is your selling of spin gems going?
I'm out. I'm on my. I don't have any more to sell. I did all of them. They keep going off. Every time I pull it out, this is the last one that I'm like, this is mine. I'm not letting this one go.
All right. Well, do you want to order some more? I'm happy to ship them to you, my friend.
Yeah. Let me clear up some things first, and then I'll be getting some more.
You know what? You can do it on consignment. Would that help you?
We'll talk about this. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, this way you just have them in your house. I always flying back first class. I hadn't done that in a long time. I was going because I normally fly Southwest, but I was going Delta to Chicago. Sorry, Seattle to Chicago. Pulled it out. This beautiful flight attendant said, "Oh my God, I want that." Next thing you know, all the flight attendants wanted. That's not happened in a long time. The woman in the other across was like, "I just want one. Didn't even try it." The pilot comes out to go to the bathroom, and they're like, oh, "You have to try this." Something, that's pretty daring that you're letting me play with the pilot with a piece of metal. Because on the way into the plane, they stopped Joshua and they confiscated his wrench, and his $15 wrench. He's like, "You're not taking that from me." They're like, "Oh yes, we are. It's bigger than this." I'm like, I could smack you with my laptop. See this thing? I could kill you. But no, you go take my wrench. So mad.
Take the wrench, but they don't take the spin gem.
They don't take the spin gem. They didn't take it. You can hit somebody with a coffee pot or a computer. It's ludicrous. But hey, that's the ludicrousy that we put up with in life. Doris, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions about anything?
No.
Nah, you're good. All right. I'm going to put on something fun. I've got a woman here who has no idea who I am or what she's doing here. So let's just freak her out a little bit. Let's put on a little YouTube. Here we go. Need to hear a song. I haven't worked out all day. Joshua keeps going to the gym, and I keep getting fatter as he gets fitter. I don't understand how that works. There you go. All right, I have a whole new fitness program coming out, by the way, that I'd never released before with Spin Gym. Actually, Candy, you're going to love this. I just saw a piece of it. Myself and Kathy Kaler, she's the celebrity fitness trainer to Kim Kardashian and Jennifer Aniston. We created an hour-long spin gym workout outside that I'm finally going to release. So I'm very excited about that. But before that, let's see right here. Okay. So I'm going to show her what this is. And we're going to listen to one good song.
Mm-hmm.
I've been having technological issues all day. Really? Okay, well, that's not even going to play because there you go. That works. There you go. All right. Come on, Jose. Pick that thing up and make it work. Just one song. Two eyes like the sun. Go ahead, keep your distance from me. Soon you're gonna come. When you think your head up, you don't care. You're asking where I'm from. That game that's run you, baby. You've already won. I ain't done no. What it up? You can be cool. Say what's yours. Oh, she's dying. One, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is her job interview. How do you think she's doing, guys? She's like, oh my God, what did you do to me? We've not even met. She just walked in the door. I was like, oh my God. All right, welcome to the world of Forbes. Riley Jose. We'll talk to you next Wednesday before class. Candy, I'll probably call you. Doris, play hard. Give my big love to John, and I'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Bye, everybody. Mwah. Good night.